warning, rant, warning, rant, warning, rant. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It's 4/21/2015, one day after 4/20, or what will forever be known as the Batman v Superman IMAX event. We're waking up. It's 6:50 a.m. I've been up for about an hour and a half, and I have already located and found and watched and loved the extra 5 to 6 second Batman v Superman IMAX trailer. Now, this was the event that Zack Snyder placed on his Twitter page with the links and everything like that. And I want to make sure that I quote this guy right and correctly, okay? Because I am a DC Comics fan. I am a huge Superman fan. And for the very longest time, I've always trusted Zack Snyder. I've always used the hashtag in Zack Snyder we trust. I've turned that phrase into something that DC Comics fans can turn to in times of grave instances when they just feel as if, oh my gosh, all hope is lost. Oh my gosh, I just saw the Avengers Age of Ultron trailer and we still haven't seen anything for Batman v Superman. Oh, I just saw the Ant-Man trailer and we still haven't seen anything for Batman v Superman. Oh, I've seen the Ant-Man trailer. Oh, and I still haven't seen anything for Batman v Superman. Oh my gosh, I've seen the Fantastic Four trailer and I still haven't seen anything from Batman v Superman. So in times like those, you turn to that, and you turn to Zack Snyder, and you just say, you know what, it's okay. Everything's going to be fine. In Zack Snyder we trust, and you trust and believe in what's going on here. So, everybody knows about the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, the teaser trailer, it leaked online, okay? We know that. All of a sudden, man, we get a couple of tweets out from Zack Snyder, and he says, cell phone versus IMAX. IMAX event, Batman v Superman fans will still be first and only to see special IMAX Batman v Superman trailer. And he says hashtag Batman v Superman, hashtag not blurry, hashtag not pirated, hashtag a few extra shots plus a little swag, hashtag not pirated. So here's my thing. What does a few mean? When we look up the word few, what do we get? From just, I guess living life and understand, hey, can I get a few of those? Can I get a couple of those? Hey, can I get a few Skittles? Can I get a few M&Ms? Hey, can I get a few pieces of gum? I left my gum at home. My breath stinks. Hey, you got a few of those extra sheets of paper I can borrow? We know what few means, okay? So whenever we go and we drive, an hour, 2 hours. Some people drove 8 hours away. There's people online, ladies and gentlemen, that are like huge Batman fans, okay? Huge Superman fans, huge DC Comics fans. And they wasted their gas money that they probably didn't have, money that they probably didn't have. They probably took off of work and they lost money for something that they thought was going to be something great. And here's my thing. I'm going to pause for a second. If you are a comic book fan and you've been enjoying the shared universe from Marvel, if you've been enjoying just any sort of comic book movie over the last, 10, 12 years, you understand that this IMAX thing is not new. The best IMAX experience, I think, had to be with Guardians of the Galaxy, and I absolutely despise that movie. I think it's the worst comic book movie ever. It's just not for me. It's for another generation. But let me go ahead and tell you this right now. The Guardians of the Galaxy had 17 minutes. And this is probably not even the only one, but this is the only one I can think of without going and Googling and stuff like that. 17 minutes of additional footage. 17 minutes of actual footage that was inside of the actual movie. Now, not 17 minutes straight, but the actual event was 17 minutes. This event was 5 minutes. They played the same damn trailer twice. Zack Snyder got in front. Now, check this out. Let me pause for another second before I go back and return to this. Man of Steel. If you went to the Man of Steel event, you understand how this works as far as Zack Snyder and the rest of the cast, appearing on screen, magically appearing on screen to kind of welcome you to the event. Zack Snyder did the same thing. It was Zack Snyder, Michael Shannon was on there, Henry was on there, and there was a couple of other people that were on there on the special screening for Man of Steel. And we were like, whoa, this is crazy, you know? And then they showed a little bit, and then that was it. They started the movie, you know? They showed like this little experience of like behind the scenes filming, and then after that we went into the movie and the experience, okay? But for this one right here, Zack Snyder got on screen, and he said, you know, don't pirate the movie. Don't record with your cell phone. This will only be shown here in IMAX. You'll be the only one to see this. It won't be online or whatever. You know, here's my thing, man. Who are you, man? Who are you to tell anybody what to do? You know, I mean, you're pretty much wasting your damn breath because we live in an age of technology. So when you tell someone, and here's my thing, when you tell someone don't do something, there's about a fucking 9 out of 10 chance that they're going to fucking do it, okay? Why? Because that's just the way it is. You can't tell a grown person to fucking not do something. They're never going to listen to you. They're going to take out their cell phone, whip out their dicks, they're going to record that. Pissing all over your product. That's just how it is. There's nothing you can do about it. But here's my thing, man. Maybe if you would have probably showed a little bit of respect and actually showed a few extra shots, but not just one shot of fucking Batman and Superman running at each other. Like we didn't read that shit in The Dark Knight Returns, which I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I just hear about it all the time. I never read Batman, you know, Dark Knight Returns. I never saw that shit. I never watched the movie. I never did any of that because I was staying away from it. But I did see the teaser art for when they showed and they announced the Batman v Superman, because that was pretty cool. They actually showed Batman and Superman charging towards each other, and then their capes started spinning around in a circle. So we remember all that shit, man. But you know, my thing is, man, DC Comics, man, this is the time for you guys to show us, you know, and they're not us like me, but show the rest of the fans, all the haters, man, that, you know, you got this stuff under control, man. But when you sit there and you show 5 minutes, man, and people drove that long, dude, I mean, like, I think for me, it was just, I think the reason why I'm really, really upset is because that was almost me. It was literally almost me. If someone wouldn't have leaked out that trailer, I would have went there for those 5 minutes. I would have been excited and everything like that. But then I would have got home, looked online on fucking YouTube.com and saw that the trailer, the exact same trailer, minus 5 seconds, was online for me to watch at home. In the comfort of my home with my own snacks, sitting there in my drawers, okay, with a fucking bucket of Vaseline next to me, just chilling. But you didn't have that opportunity if you had to drive an hour or whatever away, man. It's like, damn, dude. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why they did that. I have no clue. But you can't sit there and complain when people pirate your stuff. You know, I mean, yes, is it against the law? Absolutely, it's against the law, man. Should you be doing it? No, absolutely, you should not. But I mean, I understand the hustle, man. You got to do what you got to do. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that. You know, I think that, you know, celebrities and movie executives and studios should embrace that. They should tell people to actually bring their cell phones in and record that shit. That's what they should do. They should say, you know what? This is a cell phone event. Come in here and record. Just as long as you turn your damn brightness on your screen down, record, man. And cell phone companies should actually come up with an idea to where you can actually press the power button on the side and turn your damn cell phone screen off and just record, man. That would be dope, man. You know, and they have people live tweeting, man. I wish theaters would get into that too. You know, live tweet the event. If you want to go see the movie and you paid your hard-earned money, your $10, $12, whatever it was to get in, you know what? Do what you got to do, man. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of upset, man. I really am. I'm kind of upset because, I mean, I just feel for those DC comic fans that drove all that distance, man. You know, I'm not talking about the guys that drove, you know, oh, well, the IMAX theater is 5 minutes from my house. I don't give a fuck about you, to be honest. I don't really care. Yes, that's good for you, but it sucks for everybody else, man. The people that drove, you know, 8 hours. And I'm hearing about this, man. I mean, they could be live. They could be just trolls. They could be lying trolls online. But I don't know, man. That hurts my heart, man. That really hurts my heart, man, that someone had to drive that long and then they only get, you know, an extra 5 seconds. They could have stayed at home, man. They could have literally stayed at home and saved that money, I don't know, to feed their kid or something like that, man. It just, I don't know, it pisses me off, man. It really does, man. And you could say, well, they got the early screening, the 1 week screening. Well, that's fine. I mean, let them have the 1 week screening. Nobody gives a damn about that. I mean, think about that. 1 year from now, you can save up fucking $8, $12, $15, whatever, however much it costs for you to see the damn movie. And just because you saw it 1 week early doesn't mean that, you know, it's going to affect something. You know, what, you're going to get more views on YouTube, or you're going to, you know, be able to monetize earlier than everybody else? Who gives a damn? We're going to be right there after you a couple of, 7 days later. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. You know, I mean, there's screeners all over all over America that can actually do that. But I don't know, man. That's not justifiable, man. To give you out 2 free posters and a fucking ticket for next year, it just, I don't know, man. That really pisses me off, man. It really does, man. It really does. Now, on the brighter side, for those Batman v Superman fans that didn't get an opportunity to go, well, hopefully you have a hookup inside of one of those theaters like I did, and you got your Batman v Superman poster. You got your whatever else that you wanted, man. I was trying to get my hands on the actual ticket that said, you know, come back a year later, but apparently they took those tickets and then you had to sign some sort of sheet with your email address and then they'll send you it later on. I wanted actually a copy of those just to kind of put in my little book that I keep, in my DC comic book, for like, you know, I don't know, for just GP kind of talk about it later on, you know, and I'm 60, 70 years old on my deathbed. Hey, pass me that book that I had with all my ticket stubs and stuff, you know, just talk about that. But anyway, man, that's it, man. I feel a whole lot better, and that's what these rants are all about. They just make me feel a little bit better. I do apologize, guys. I mean, I know I don't speak for DC Comics, man, you know, but as a DC Comics fan, we're not like that, okay? We're not like that, you know, and yeah, we got a lot of learning to do. You know, DC Comics has a lot of learning to do. I'll go ahead and admit that. I'll be the first one to admit that. We're not Marvel. We're far from it. I think that our movies are better than Marvel, you know what I'm saying? But that's only speaking for, you know, now looking at 2 movies. And we won't even know what Batman v Superman is until it comes out. But I think that, you know, the trailer does speak for itself. I think that it's going to be epic. But we got a couple of movies to go before we can actually say those things and put them into cement terms. But I apologize, man. Once again, man, DC Comics, man, we don't do that. We don't just say, you know, hey, we got this badass comic book that's coming out. It has an extra 14 pages of DC Comics history, and then when you get it, it has 2 pages. We don't do that. You know, that's not what we're about. You know, DC Comics is better than that. And you know, Superman is better than that. You know, he stands for the truth and the justice in the American way. He's not like that. He's not a liar. He doesn't do any of those things like that. So I don't know what happened. Maybe they decided to pull out or something like that in the last second, man. And maybe that's what occurred at the screening. But yeah, I apologize, man, for any of those guys that drove all that time and then had to sit there for, you know, and see an extra 5 seconds of film, especially when you get back home and you type on Twitter or Facebook or Google and the damn, you know, clip, the extra 5-second clip is already on there online. It's just ridiculous, man. But yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, I'm really, yeah. It's just, I don't know, at least a bad taste in my mouth, man. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, guys, right here, man. More Batman v Superman stuff will be coming up, man. Uploading podcasts. Probably have some unboxings and stuff like that, man. Right here, guys. Thanks again for watching, listening, all that good stuff.